Assalamu alaikum. Today we are diving into a world of imagination, humor and science fiction. Our play is a visit to a small planet by Gore Vidal, a witty and funny story about Creton, an alien visitor who lands in a quiet family's backyard. What begins as an ordinary evening soon turns into an extraordinary adventure filled with surprises, laughter, and a touch of the unknown. So sit back, get ready, and let's explore how one unexpected visitor changes everything.
The play opens in Roger Spelding's living room, where he finishes his TV broadcast, proudly denying the existence of alien spaceships. His wife, Mrs. Spelding, knits passively, while his daughter Ellen fidgets, uninterested in his speeches. Ellen and her father argue about John Randolph, the hard-working young farmer she plans to marry, though Spelding dismisses him as unambitious. Suddenly, John bursts in, announcing that a spaceship is landing in the garden. The family rushes outside and watches in shock as the glowing object lands in Mrs. Spelding's prized rose bed. Out steps Creton, a polite but strange man dressed in outdated clothes. He reveals he is from another planet and has come simply to visit Earth. General Powers soon arrives with his aide, suspicious of Creton, and places the Spelding house under martial law while trying to interrogate him. General Powers interrogates Creton privately in the study. Creton explains that he is from another planet, even another dimension, and that he has come as a sort of tourist. He insists he is not hostile but admits he can hear people's thoughts, which unsettles the general. When Powers plans to investigate Creton's ship, it mysteriously seals itself with an invisible wall. Creton shrugs it off casually, showing he has far more power than the humans realize. Exhausted from speaking in Earth's languages, Creton asks to rest, while Powers grows increasingly worried that this strange visitor might be a threat. Back in the living room, Creton mingles with Ellen and John. He describes humans as exciting but primitive, full of raw emotions that fascinate him. Ellen invites him to stay, while John dreams of space travel. Creton admits he can read their minds and finds their thoughts intoxicating, though embarrassing for them. General Powers continues to press Creton, suspecting he is a spy. Creton denies this but suddenly reveals his true intention. He plans to take over the world himself, not for conquest, but simply for fun. When Powers and his aide attempt to seize him, they are stunned by an invisible force that protects Creton. Cheerfully, Creton announces he will stay the night, then retires upstairs, leaving everyone shaken by the realization of his immense power.
In a quiet American household of the 1950s, Roger Spelding finishes his television broadcast, confidently denying the existence of alien spaceships. But peace doesn't last long. Ellen argues with her father about marrying John Randolph, a farmer, while Mrs. Spelding looks on. Suddenly, John bursts in, breathless, warning that a spaceship is landing nearby. To everyone's shock, a glowing craft touches down in Mrs. Spelding's beloved rose garden, destroying her prized roses. From the ship steps Creton, a polite, mild-looking man dressed in old-fashioned clothes. Calmly he announces that he is from another planet, visiting Earth out of curiosity. Roger, always the commentator, quickly seizes the moment. With his microphone in hand, he tries to interview Creton, proof of how media turns even the most extraordinary events into news. But before the family can process what's happening, General Powers arrives with soldiers, placing the Spelding house under strict martial law. The next scene unfolds with tension. General Powers begins interrogating Creton, demanding to know his origin and purpose. Creton, however, remains calm and almost amused. He explains that not only is he from another planet, but also from another dimension. With startling honesty, He admits he can read people's thoughts, a revelation that alarms everyone. To prove his power, he shows how his spaceship can seal itself with an invisible barrier. Soldiers try but fail to breach it. As the general grows suspicious and alarmed, Creton remains light-hearted, asking only to rest after speaking Earth's language, as though the interrogation were nothing more than polite conversation. The final scene brings Creton closer to the Spalding family. He spends time with Ellen and John, intrigued by their thoughts and emotions. Ellen welcomes him warmly, while John dreams of the adventures of space travel. Creton finds human exciting, yet primitive, compared to his advanced kind. His curiosity, however, soon turns darker. When General Powers accuses him of being a spy, Creton reveals his shocking plan. He intends to take over the world, not out of malice, but simply for fun. The soldiers try to attack, but every attempt fails against his invisible force field. Calmly, with no concern for their fear or frustration, Creton retires upstairs, leaving the family and the general stunned and powerless. And so, we come to the end of our visit to a small planet by Gore Vidal. This play is more than just a comedy about an alien visitor. Through Creton's curious eyes, we discover how strange, yet wonderful, human life really is. Our ambitions, our flaws, and our dreams may seem primitive to outsiders, but they are what make us truly human. It leaves us with a powerful question: how will we shape the future of our small planet?